If you want to make good sourdough bread, your starter should be at least doubling or tripling in size every time you feed it. And if it's not, or if you don't have a sourdough starter yet, here's exactly how to make one. It's super simple. It just takes 1 minute a day for 7 days. So start by combining 5 grams of flour and 5 grams of water. We make a little dough ball, let it sit for 24 hours, and then we have this. It's looking nice and bubbly. Now we're going to add 10 grams of flour and 10 grams of water. Mix it and let it sit for another 24 hours. For this process, I like to use half bread flour, half whole wheat flour. It's very reliable for making a good starter in 7 days. Now we keep doing the same thing until day 4. Our starter's looking a little runny because it needs more flour, but if we kept adding more flour, it's just going to get too big. So now we're discarding. To discard literally just means to throw away, and in this case, sourdough discard is just the starter that we want to throw away, because if we just kept adding to it, we'd have too much. So you can throw it away, you can keep it in a jar in the fridge, but from now on, we're always going to discard when we feed our starter. And now it's pretty cold, so I'm using an old-fashioned baby wipe warmer to make a warm environment for my starter. There are plenty of other ways to keep your starter warm. I will put ideas in the caption. And now look how big the starter got on day 5. It's already completely doubled in size, which is a great sign. So we're going to keep discarding and feeding it the same amount every day. I'll put the full feeding schedule in the caption. And now for day 7, I'm going to feed it the same amount that I always feed my starter: 50 grams flour, 50 grams water, 10 grams of starter. Now 12 hours later, it is almost tripled in size, so we're going to do a float test. We just put a little bit of starter in some water, and if it floats, then technically it's ready for making bread. And it floated so well, I tried to push it back down and it came back up, so this was a success. At this point, if you don't want to make bread right now, you can put your starter in the fridge to take a little break from it, or you can keep feeding it until you're ready to make bread.